This is for those of you who are new to digital recording. I'm not claiming to be an expert, but I've been messing with it now for probably about 8 months, and I've just kind of learned some things. I came from a very strong analog background. I've worked in studios and on machines from little 4-tracks to big 24-track reel-to-reels, and just really loved that analog sound and thought digital to be a cold, hard environment. And eventually I got around to using one of those little digital Porta studios and made by Korg, and it actually opened my eyes to what's possible with digital, and I wanted to take it to the next step and see how far I could go with being able to completely manipulate my sound. And a friend of mine turned me on to Cubase, and with that I found that you can play just a phrase, one part of a chorus, or you can play a chorus one time and then you can just cut and paste it, put it where you want. I've recently been experimenting with bringing in some old tracks I had recorded off the little digital recorder and in an older version of the software that I had, and that sounds weren't that good, and I realized that with Cubase they offer so many advantages with the plugins that you can manipulate the EQs of some really bad recording sounded tracks, and the next thing you know you can make it sound good if you're willing to take the time to really listen and work hard at the EQing. You may have caught a brilliantly played guitar solo, and the only thing is maybe the EQing on the mic you had set up to capture that sound. Maybe you didn't have the bass turned up on the mixer, and now this thing sounds really thin and tinny. You can, with a little bit of work and a good EQ plug-in, actually boost that bass, pull some of the highs out, and take a brilliantly played bad sounding guitar track and have a brilliantly played great sounding guitar track. And I've just learned that if you take the time to do it, and when you're mixing, really spend your time there. That you want to make sure you get the sound captured great, but there's a lot that can be done now in post-production with digital music, that you may have a phrase that you like that you don't do it right the second time, and you can pull it out of the first verse and put it in the second verse. You can manipulate music now in such ways that, although I was a hardliner for analog recording, I have now become a hardliner for digital. I think it really is the way to go in the future. Everything needs to be digital, because it just gives everybody who uses that technology complete control to manipulate it and make it exactly what they want. I found now that when I'm recording, I'm going back and redoing almost every song I've ever recorded, because, well, I know how to make them sound the way I've always wanted them to sound. And if I can do it with just and I'm going to keep getting better because I'm going to keep working, anybody can do it. Just take the time to read the manuals on the software. Again, read your software manual. That's how I learned it, and it's amazing just how much that helped. And like I said, Cubase all the way.